Tom eats happily, rubbing his big belly. If life were always like this, eat, sleep, eat again. Suddenly, Jerry peeks out from his hole and looks at the cheese. Today, Tom is really fat. He can't run. Jerry grabs the cheese and does a little tap dance right on top of Tom's protruding stomach. Tom tries to pounce, but his arms are too short to reach over his own belly, and he ends up rolling across the floor like a giant bowling ball. Tom slams into the base of a heavy china cabinet, causing his massive belly to ripple like a giant water balloon, before he bounces backward and gets wedged perfectly into a tiny square footstool. Jerry strolls over, places a lace doily on top of Tom's head, and sets his cheese down on the cat's stomach as if Tom were a brand new piece of furniture. Tom takes a massive breath to roar, but the internal pressure causes his belly to expand even further, popping him out of the footstool like a cork and sending him flying upward until he's wedged flat against the blades of the ceiling fan. Jerry casually strolls to the wall and flips the high switch, relaxing in the cool breeze as Tom's bloated body spins rapidly, turning his massive stomach into a giant, furry ceiling fan. The centrifugal force stretches Tom's limbs out until he snaps the fan blades, launching his round body across the room, where he wedges perfectly halfway through the small circular cat door. Jerry strolls into the kitchen and, seeing Tom's massive stomach protruding through the door like a giant furry dome, begins using the cat's belly as a trampoline to bounce high enough to reach the gourmet crackers on the top shelf. Tom sucks in his breath with a mighty huff to squeeze through, but the air displacement causes his rear end to swell into a massive, taut balloon on the outside of the house, lifting the entire wooden door frame off its hinges and into the air. Jerry hops off the now floating cat belly, grabs a single sewing pin from a nearby basket, and gives Tom's overextended stomach a mischievous poke, sending the cat zipping around the kitchen like a punctured balloon until he finally comes to rest, perfectly flat and draped over the radiator like a fuzzy rug. Jerry pulls a can of high-gloss furniture wax from the cupboard and buffs Tom's flat, rug-like body until he is so slippery that the cat slides off the radiator and begins zipping across the linoleum floor like a greased air hockey puck. Tom frantically tries to grab a table leg to stop his momentum, but he's too slick to catch anything and slides right up the wall and into the open lid of the grand piano, which slams shut and begins playing a frantic concerto as Tom's muffled yowls